Your paycheck lands. For a few seconds, the number looks decent, maybe $2,100 sitting in your account. Then rent hits, the car payment, the phone bill, groceries, a card minimum. And within days, it feels like a metal press is squeezing that balance back towards zero. If you earn a small or middle income and bills crush your paycheck like that, what are you supposed to do? Most people in this situation are not careless or lazy. On $1,800 or $3,000 a month, even people who budget and track every dollar still end up swiping a card just to make it to the next payday. The math feels impossible, and the pressure never really leaves. If that sounds like your life, you are not alone, and you are not broken. This is Wealth Mentor Pro, where every lesson is a step closer to your freedom. In this episode, we are going to slow everything down and walk through a calmer, more realistic way out for people on modest incomes who feel stuck. The theme of this video is simple and heavy at the same time. When bills crush your paycheck, 3 simple escape moves. By the end, you will not have a magic fix, but you will have 3 clear defensive rules you can start using from your very next payday. Think of your paycheck like a small planet floating in space and your bills like heavy objects around it. The more mass they have, the more gravity they pull with. If most of your money is locked into fixed payments, that gravity keeps dragging your balance down, no matter how careful you are. Here is what that looks like with real numbers. You bring home $2,000 a month. Rent is $900, car and insurance $300, minimum debts $200, phone and internet $100, basic groceries $350. That is already $1,850 before anything fun, anything random, or any mistakes. One unexpected prescription or school expense and gravity wins. Your first small move does not need any app. On a sheet of paper, draw 2 columns. Keeps me alive and everything else. Put rent, basic food, and transport in the first column. Everything else, even if it feels important, starts in the second. When pressure builds, that page becomes your map. If you treat every bill as equally urgent, the cost is simple. You end up sacrificing essentials, so every company looks happy on paper, and you stay one broken tire away from crisis. There is another, nastier force that most videos barely talk about. You feel the big bills. What you do not feel as clearly is the weight of fees and the timing of payments. Imagine gravity again, but this time it is not one big rock. It is a field of tiny magnets. Overdraft fees, late charges, convenience fees, that store card you opened for a discount. Each one pulls a few dollars away, and together they yank you back down. Maybe this sounds familiar. Your $1,900 paycheck lands on Friday. Rent and 2 minimum payments hit on Monday. The account dips negative for a day. You get a $35 overdraft fee. Streaming services hit on Tuesday, and suddenly you are paying interest on top of the fee. Nothing huge happened, but your week just got $50 more expensive for no extra benefit. A lot of advice online skips this part. It jumps straight to make more money or stop buying coffee, as if your whole problem is one latte away. Earning more helps, of course, but if the timing and the fees are broken, a small raise can still vanish into the same traps. So, here is your next simple move. Look at last month's bank statement and mark every fee, every charge from your bank, every minimum interest in a bright color. Add them up. Even if the total is only $40 or $60, treat it like a bill you are attacking this year, not just random background noise. The stakes for ignoring this are high. Those quiet charges are literally the price of staying stuck. Money you never see, never enjoy, never use to buy back any freedom. There is one more layer, and this one sits inside your own head. This is not a lecture about discipline. Think of your day like a game where you start with a limited number of energy points. Work, kids, commute, health worries, each thing drains a bit. By the time evening arrives, you are running on fumes. That is the moment when takeout instead of cooking feels like survival, not luxury. That is when you say yes to a drink, or a ride share, or another small purchase because you just want one thing to be easy. On $1,600, $2,200, even $3,000 a month, those small decisions matter. Not because you're weak, but because the budget is already tight. 4. I can't deal, I'll just tap moments can easily become $40 you needed for gas next week. Here is a tiny, humane way to handle that. Decide in advance on one thing this month that gets a guilt-free yes, Maybe one dinner out, one streaming rental, one small treat. Give it a number, like $30. When other invites or temptations appear, you are not the boring person who always says no. You are the person who already chose where your yes goes. If you do not pre-choose your yes, the world will happily hand you 30 small yeses instead, and your paycheck will keep feeling like it was never enough. The point is not to win every tiny decision. You are not a failing budget robot. You are a human under pressure. The real change comes from putting a few strong rules in front of you so the game is not rigged from the start. So let us come back to our theme and turn it toward hope. The title of this video is When Bills Crush Your Paycheck, 3 Simple Escape Moves. So far, we have seen how that crushing works. Now, we move into the escape part. Before we walk through the 3 moves, I am curious. If you feel comfortable sharing, which part hits you hardest right now? The size of the bills, the bank fees, or the tired, I give up, I'm ordering food moments? If you leave a short comment, your answer might help someone else feel less alone. Escape move number 1. Protect the essentials first, even when other bills shout louder. Essential means a safe place to sleep, basic food, and the transport that keeps your income coming in. This matters because losing any of those 3 explodes your life faster than any late fee ever will. It is better to annoy a credit card company than to lose your roof. Imagine someone earning $1,900 a month. They decide that $900 must go to rent, $300 to basic groceries, and $150 to transport. That is $1,350. Those payments are non-negotiable. Only after they are covered do other bills get their turn. A card that wants a $90 minimum might only get $50 this month. Yes, there may be a late note, but that person still has a bed and a way to work. To use this rule, write down the exact dollar amounts for your housing, your realistic food budget, and your transport. Add them up and label that total survival. Fund survival first, every single payday. If you do not, you can end up with a perfect payment record and a life that constantly feels like it is falling apart. Escape move number 2. Cut the money leaks you get nothing for. That means bank fees and payments for things you barely use. Here, the benefit is very simple. Every $20 of dead weight you cut each month is $20 that can stand between you and the next crisis. Maybe you find $15 in account fees, a $12 subscription you forgot, and a $10 protection plan on a device you do not care about. That is $37 a month. Over a year, it is $444. You do not need a spreadsheet to know that $444 feels much better as a buffer than as dust in a bank's profit report. You can apply this rule in 3 steps. Ask your bank once for a fee refund and about a no-fee account. Cancel at least one subscription that only exists because canceling felt annoying. And choose one protection or add-on to drop the next time it renews. Is this going to fix your entire situation? Number. But now a small slice of your paycheck is finally defending you instead of quietly feeding the machine. Escape move number 3. Build a tiny options fund, even if it is only $10 at a time. Think of it as a quiet vote for your future self. In the beginning, the benefit is not the size of the fund. It is the feeling that, slowly, you are becoming someone who is not completely at the mercy of the next bad day. Imagine you earn $2,100. On payday, before anything else, you move $15 into a separate space called options. Not vacation, not new phone, just options. Next payday, another $15. After 6 paychecks, you have $90. It will not change your life overnight, but now when someone suggests a rideshare you cannot afford, you know you actually have a choice. You can say, not this time, because you care more about protecting that small island of safety. To live this rule, pick an amount so small you will not panic without it. $10, $15, maybe $20, and move it every single payday, no matter what. Treat it like your smallest but most important bill. So now you have 3 escape moves. Protect survival first, cut the leaks you get nothing for, and grow a tiny options fund. Let us finish with a simple habit you can remember. Here is a quiet 1-minute ritual you can use every payday. Take your balance, take a breath, and ask yourself 3 questions in this order. First, what fees can I reduce or remove this month? Second, which one payment am I determined to shrink this year? Third, how much can I move to my options fund today, even if it is just $10? Write those answers down once, even in your phone notes. Over the next month, let them guide your choices more than whatever your budgeting app says. Because when that tired, I'll just tap my card moment arrives, it is those 3 answers that will quietly pull you back. When bills crush your paycheck, the goal is not to become superhuman. The goal is to give your paycheck a fighting chance. You are not the only one in this position, and you are not behind. You are a person living under heavy gravity, learning new rules for how to move in it. If this video helped you see even one escape move more clearly, and you want more calm, realistic money guidance, you are welcome to like this video and subscribe to Wealth Mentor Pro. And when you are ready, keep going with another video from the channel. The pressure on your paycheck is real, but so is your ability to build small pieces of protection, one choice and one payday at a time.